Marco, excellent win today, and it's great to have you here in Essex with us.
Yes, very happy with the way I played today. It's nice to be back. Overall, I've missed tournaments in the last few years, and it's nice to be back competing again and playing to a decent standard. Jimmy Roberts is a tough player, so 4-1 win is very pleasing.
You say decent standard, very modest. We watched the Hong Kong Masters. It was a fabulous tournament. You just used the word surreal there in a previous interview. I would use the same word because when we were first streaming that tournament, it was very bizarre to see the pictures come through and to see this huge stadium. It felt maybe like a tennis tournament. And then as the tournament went on, the crowds were just unthinkable for us.
It was surreal, definitely, because I think it was at the beginning I thought it's the wrong venue for snooker. I felt like the Queen Elizabeth Stadium was a little bit more suitable, but we were very nervous, leading up to the tournament.
Is the Queen Elizabeth a little bit more intimate?
It's still quite big, like 3,000 people, but compared to this
so
one,
similar to the historical crowds that they've had there.
But that stadium, we were very nervous about how well it was going to receive by the public. Even if you have 4,000 people inside, it feels quite empty, which doesn't look great on TV. But I think the tickets were sold out 95% for the semis and the final. So that was we were very, very happy to see people. So they love the snooker over there. I think COVID restricted them to watch some world-class sports for the last 2-3 years, so I think they were really looking forward to the tournament, and it was a fantastic tournament.
Did you expect to play the way that you played? Because obviously the headlines was you making the final, and also of course the 147, which again was just incredible television for everyone, particularly in Hong Kong. But going into that first match with Mark Selby, what were your thoughts? Because you started to play well straight away.
Yeah, I think I was going into the tournament, feeling quite down actually, because I haven't been playing so well in this season. The few tournaments leading up to the Hong Kong Masters, I was very poor. So first match against Mark Selby in front of your home crowd, didn't really expect too much. Tried to make the score a little bit more respectable, I guess, maybe 5-1, 5-2. Losing to Mark Selby is not so bad. Don't lose 5-0. That's probably exactly what I was thinking going into the match. And I played well straight from the start, which was a little bit surprising to me and my coach as well, like Wayne Griffiths. He was a fantastic coach, but he was surprised with how well I played in that tournament. But the first win was always important. Get that under your belt, then the second match is a little bit. You can feel a little bit more relaxed in your second match, So I was able to play to a very good standard as well.
Well, you certainly played with freedom against John Higgins, and your reaction to the 147. We see players respond in all sorts of different ways to 147s, but yours was one. It was a lovely reaction, actually. It was kind of a surprise, wasn't it?
It was a surprise, yeah.
Yeah, so you surprised yourself with the break.
I think it was a surprise beating John, because he played so well against Judd. I played okay against Mark in the first round, but didn't expect too much again. Against John Higgins, I was 2-0 down, 3-1 down, 5-3 down, or something. I was always chasing. So in the last frame, I was just looking for one chance. I just want to win that frame. So I wasn't really thinking about the 147 until I past the winning line, 73 points. Then I concentrated a little bit more on the 147. But that was a strange break, because you got 6,000 people watching. I'm in the final because I know after 73 points I'm in the final, right? But I was so calm during that break, which was a bit strange, because I shouldn't be feeling that calm, but I was feeling very calm. Maybe I was in a zone. But it was a strange feeling, but beautiful.
And you travel quite a lot from east to west and back, and I think the players often don't really appreciate how many miles they're doing, and what to most people that's quite a strange thing to be doing, just going back and forth. It's so many miles.
Yeah.
How do you cope with that? Obviously you're a family man. How do you find sort of stillness because it's quite a frenetic pace, isn't it?
I still find it very, very difficult
Yeah.
to do, especially I was saying maybe a few months ago the Hong Kong quarantine policy was still quite tight.
Yeah.
So I needed to stay in the UK for 3 months for my last, I think, a few months ago. But that was so difficult.
How did you find comfort in that time?
Very, very hard. Towards the end, I wasn't even feeling like playing in tournaments anymore. But I couldn't go home. It was very, very difficult. You know, it's more than just potting a few balls. I think.
Is there a place as a snooker player where you're potting lots of balls, but you're actually not? You're not enjoying the process of potting lots of balls?
I think it's not so bad when you're potting them. I guess it's a bit of consolation. If you're doing well,
okay,
and you're away from your family, then it's not so bad. You know, it's not ideal, but it's not so bad. But the way I was playing during that time, and knowing that I wasn't able to travel back to see my family for another like 2.5 months, that was a tough feeling. You know, so hopefully I don't need to do that again in the future. And I just try to do like short trips, like maybe 2-3 weeks. At a time, coming over to the UK. I quite enjoy it, you know, being around with the boys, you know, they're like a snooker family to you, you know, you see them like week in, week out. Quite enjoy it, but once it's too much, then it's quite difficult mentally, I think. I don't feel healthy at all mentally, so hopefully I don't need to do that again in the future.
That's a really fascinating insight. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.